Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals. Located in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Bagels & Joe is celebrating 31 years of business this year. With 4 Lincoln locations and 1 in Seward, there's more options for your favorite breakfast spot in town. And don't forget the Joe card for unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. Bagels & Joe, celebrating 31 years of serving Lincoln and the surrounding areas.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Start 2024 off on a high note by loading up on meat and more at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Haviland. This week's special through January 16th is a Nebraska ground beef case sales. 12 one-pound packages of premium Nebraska ground beef for just $46.99 per case and $1.50 off all McClure's brand products. Plus, don't forget their 2 new locations now open at 30th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln and 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday, and exciting things happening. Exciting things. Super huge morning here. We got the man, the myth, legend, DP in the house. DP, how are you this morning?
It's a great morning for the state of Nebraska, for volleyball, for 93.7 The Ticket, for the Omaha Supernovas, the Professional Volleyball Federation. It's a big day because it's a step up in acknowledgement and acceptance and getting the word out. And to honor today, let's bring on the VIP line team president, Diane Mendenhall. First of all, Madam President, good morning. How are you?
I'm wonderful, DP. That sounds a little pretentious. So how about we just go with Diane?
Listen, it's the fun thing is that in the process, when the Supernovas are put together and the announcement comes out that you're going to lead as team president, I got excited because I said there are going to be some corners that are covered in this thing that's going to make sure that it works and that it's been exceptional. I'll ask you first about the venture group and who they are and how exciting it is to have them kind of lead the charge.
It's very exciting. You know, they're a dynamic, top 70 in the country as far as fastest growing businesses and one of the fastest ones in the United States. And they're so diversified. So, it's a dynamic investment business accelerator group, and their investments are so wide from, rocket car washes to urgent cares to construction, to aeronautics, to car dealerships, to professional volleyball now. So very diversified, hitting all populations, and it pretty much exemplifies how they're invested in the community in so many ways.
Yeah, I wanted to be clear that this is not a fly-by-night. This is not a scrape the nickels together new project, new league, new team. This is not what this is. This is just the beginning of what should be a fantastic run for women's professional volleyball. Let's talk about the Supernovas and some of the folks at the top of this thing that folks should know about so they can kind of sink their teeth into it.
Well, I'll definitely give the shout out once again to our city venture owners, Danny White and Chris Erickson. And then I did not mention our global music sensational star, Jason Derulo, who's also one of our owners. But the three of them, when they were approached by the Professional Volleyball Federation, which the founders are Dave Wyndham and Stephen Evans, who this is over a dozen years in the making. And their approach was, to bring it to Nebraska. Actually, Jimmy Burrow was very involved in that conversation, as well as Joe Burrow. And as Kerry Walsh, a 4-time gold medalist in beach volleyball, said, you can't have professional volleyball in the United States without having a team in Nebraska. Right. And I think what really exemplifies this, DP, is when you think about, when they approached me, they said, Diane, think back to the formation of the NFL. This is the same exact model. When professional volleyball has tried to start a couple times in the United States, it's failed, and they had one common denominator. They had a central ownership group. Our model is based off of exactly the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, all professional, sports that we know as far as major league, where the owners they live and work in the community. So it's a community ownership. It's an investment. And and I know as Nebraskans, when we invest in something, we're all in. And that's what it will make it, successful. So you have millions and millions of dollars that are put forth to obtain a franchise. You have the DeVos family that is in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and also some ownership too. They own the Magic in Orlando. And so you have deep pockets that have made a huge financial commitment for years ahead, not just in season one.
As you mentioned, the game plan and having these things in order, the distribution of the games and the content and the product. First of all, thank you for allowing 93.7 The Ticket to be a part of this, because in its launch, the idea of being able to get these games out and the digital aspect of it The brick and mortar is great. The digital ability to send this out all over the world at the same speed and space, I'm impressed. The 7 teams that are there, let the folks know the far reach of the 7 teams that exist, and then what the future of the team number is for this league.
Well, and the thanks too has to go to you, DP, too, and jumping on as our partner in this. And I remember the first time I met you, gosh, it was pre-COVID.
Yeah.
And you're in women's athletics, and your passion towards women's athletics is just heartwarming. So it's just a no-brainer that we partner with you all. And then, as you said, your reach. If you've got the app, you can you'll hear the broadcast, you'll hear you and Renee all over the world. And we've got 7 teams in this inaugural season that covered the United States. So from us right here in the heartland to Grand Rapids, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio, then you drop down to Atlanta, Georgia, Orlando, Florida, and then out to San Diego and Las Vegas. And that's just in this inaugural season. In 2025, 3 teams already announced, there's more to come, are Kansas City, Indianapolis, and Dallas. And the interest nationally is overwhelming. And then when you look at too, we have the opportunity to have up to 2 international players on our team. So we have 2 of the best in the world that are coming to Omaha to play, and huge following from, Big Betty that is coming from the Dominican Republic, one of the best hitters in the world, and Hristina Vuchkova, who's coming from Bulgaria and currently playing in China. So the reach is international. All eyes, we know, we're on Nebraska in the Nebraska Volleyball Day, and they're going to reflect back on Nebraska January 24th when we have the first serve for the league season.
We're speaking to the Omaha Supernovas president, Diane Mendenhall, with us on the Allo VIP line. Diane, it's interesting that you mentioned January 24th, as that's your guys' first match. We're only 14 days away. Walk us through what these last few months have been like, because we're almost there. That CHI Health Center is going to be full. We're going to be there. We're pumped to be there. We're excited to be a part of it. Walk us through this process and what it's been like from your vantage point from within as we get ready to start off the inaugural season.
It's been about as exciting and exhilarating as you can come. I tell people it's 90% exciting and 10% terrifying, and that terrifying you got to always have that little edge too. So you're looking at bringing a startup to market in 8 months, and that can be daunting. But here's what's unique is people jumping on board to help us. You mentioned the CHI and the partnership that we have with them. And we know CHI, when they put on the events, they put on the best of the best. So we have great partners there. Our corporate sponsors that are jumping on board, as well as most importantly, the fans. When we're looking at the season ticket sales and the per game sales, it's just Volleyball Magazine's noted that this puts us at the upper echelon in volleyball ticket sales, and we haven't even served a ball yet. Mm-hmm. So that just shows you the enthusiasm and the passion that Nebraskans have. And back to what DPT said too, we've sold season tickets in 9 states.
Wow. Wow.
Like this is, I mean, and I'm getting the goosebumps now because in understanding what this does for the landscape, what it does for the state of Nebraska, that whole pro sports thing in Nebraska, that's a thing now, and it's highlighting women's sports and volleyball in the state and then across the country. And there's no other really way to say it. The Supernovas will be the North Star for this volleyball federation. Game 1, January 24th, packed CHI Center and that Health Center, and then. For folks that are interested, let's talk about head coach, because the coach and the staff is stellar, top level. This is pretty impressive.
Definitely so. We feel we know we have the best coaching staff in the country, and it's interesting too, as we should. I mentioned partners. Kirsten Bernthal Booth, just talking to her this week. I was just talking to John Cook on Tuesday evening. And just the excitement from the local coaches on what can we do to make this, the best of the best and bring out the best. And their willingness to assist our coaches anyway. Sheldon Collier, who's our head coach, was just inducted into the College Volleyball Hall of Fame and is the 7th winningest coach in NCAA volleyball history. And then our assistants, we have Laura Bird-Kuhn that was the number 1 assistant coach when she was at KU, the ABCA Assistant Coach of the Year, and then went on to lead the Texas A&M Aggies as an assistant coach. We have John Corbelli. He and Lori Corbelli were at the helm at A&M for over 20 years as well. And then we're so fortunate to have John Shea, who comes up to us from the U.S. national team. So he actually works with Karch Karai, will be coaching in the next Olympics, and he's actually on our coaching staff as well. And then I can't leave out our technical coordinator, Thomas Robson, who was coaches at the NAIA level, but also was the Wisconsin technical coordinator during their national championship run. So we think we have the best coaching staff, and then we're also surrounding them with a human performance team that is the best of the best as far as our head team physician in Dr. Jamie Seaman, who was a Nebraska softball player. She's a OBGYN here in Omaha. We have Laura Pilikowski, who hit the final swing to win Nebraska the 2000 national championship. She's our strength coach. And Brooke Smith, who just completed her tenure playing for the Huskers, is our nutritionist, along with Dr. Larry Widman, who is our sports maxed out mental performance coach, and Becca Himes, who is a full-time athletic trainer at Texas A&M volleyball, who joined us as well. That's a mouthful, but that gives you just a little bit of a flavor of how spectacular this staff is and what we've surrounded these players with to gun for the PVF championship.
Diane, you've been purposeful in including Nebraska, the folks who have connection to Nebraska in this in this development, in this project. Players, when you talk about the elite level players, you also found your way into Nebraska's history and pulled some players in, at least to attempt to be a part of it. How important is that? Because this roster has to have, one, it has to compete at the level that you're of a new standard that you're setting, and then you still want Nebraska to feel like they have ownership and that it's theirs and they know the people. So let's go up and down the roster a little bit about who's going to make up the Supernovas.
Well, the one that has the most notoriety and just a beloved Husker is Gina Mancuso-Prasovsky. And Gina played for Papillion, winning state championships. She was the Gatorade National Volleyball Player of the Year and a 2-time All-American at Nebraska. And we're so fortunate to have Gina. In fact, we've had a couple of coaches in the gym. I mentioned Kirsten Bernthal Booth as well as Renee Saunders were in the gym, and their statement was, "I've never seen Gina play at this high of a level." And you'll see a Gina that will blow you away from your memories from Husker days at how much she's improved, even after leaving college. So, and then the timing is challenging too, with who's available, who hasn't signed a contract to go over in Europe, who's available Husker-wise, and then who we need at those positions. So more Huskers are going to come on board in the future years. But I know you had Kenzie Maloney, and we had Kenzie Maloney and Kenzie Knuckles, who are helping us as Supernova ambassadors. And they just, how can I be a part of it? How can I help? And it's been extremely advantageous to have both of them, and that kind of rounds out our Huskers. But then we also have some Blue Jays too, with Jazz Schmidt, who played for Creighton, and she's joined us as well. And so you have a little bit of a local flavor too. And then we have Natalia Valentin Anderson, who we're fortunate. She's from Puerto Rico, played on the Puerto Rican Olympic team, but just happened to marry a gentleman from Omaha. So she's been living in Omaha and considers herself a Nebraskan. So we, per se, add her to the roster with those deep roots to the state.
Diane, we had the opportunity to talk to Jen Ray, and she got excited, flushed her, as a matter of fact, talking about the elite level of athletic ability of the folks who are in the Supernovas camp, hitting bombs at over 110 miles an hour. I think fans are going to be kind of taken aback. at the elite level of volleyball they're about to see with the Supernovas.
It will, you just sit there in the gym and you just marvel at everyone. One of them that impresses me so much is Yassiana Presley. Yassiana was at Baylor, and she was the 2019 NCAA Player of the Year, and she can jump touch about 11 foot. So just to put that in perspective, a basketball hoop sits at 10.
Jeez.
So that's how high in the air that she can go. When she's attacking from the back court, you would think that she's in the front court, just because of her ability to just explode quickly off the floor. And, I mentioned Bethany Dela Cruz from the Dominican Republic. She's for the past several years has been noted as one of the best players in the world. And then you look at the setters, and the CEO for the league, Jen Spiker, we were watching them play in kind of a mini season training thing that they have, Athletes Unlimited, down in Arizona. And she said, you actually have the two best setters in the league. That's your biggest problem. And when you look at Sydney Hilly won the national championship for Wisconsin. She was a 5-time All-American, 3-time Big Ten Setter of the Year. And then you have Natalia Valentin Anderson, as I mentioned, that she's an Olympics level setter. And they're completely different in their styles and how they throw the ball around the court. But they throw the ball around the court like I've never seen before.
And there's so much to cover, and Diane has been just considerate enough to make herself available most of the day. Mm-hmm. Please let folks know. Again, January 24th is the first game. How can folks get tickets? What should they do, and how quickly should they move? Because I know there's a lot of energy behind this.
They should move quickly. And it's interesting, we have a board here in the office, and when I walked in this morning, just to see those numbers just accelerating is so exciting. And we also know the biggest buying period is happening right now.
Yeah.
And so to act quickly, it's very simple, supernovas.com. So it's plural, supernovas.com. Just go there and you'll see all the information there. You'll also see a phone number. If it's easier for you to give us a call. There's even a form to fill out. We'll call you. So any access point, multiple access points to get tickets. But I would ask now, I oversaw ticketing at the University of Nebraska. And I remember the days when John Cook and I first talked about, let's start a sellout streak. The number of people that think back and go, why didn't I buy tickets then? So get in now before it's too late.
I think it's going to be fantastic. Again, big day. We're proud to be a part of it here at 93.7 The Ticket. Diane, I know you're coming back on at 10:15 to share more information, more insight, and more excitement to this thing. This is a special day all over the state and all over the country and all over the world for women's professional volleyball. The Federation is doing great things, led by the Omaha Supernovas and the Ventures Group. This is amazing.
Thank you. And thank you so much for your partnership. Like I said, this is, we've got the best of the best plan. We're going to blanket the state and thus the nation and the world. And, I've been contacted by, the South Floridians for Nebraska that are they'll be listening and they'll be attending our match in Orlando. So it truly will be listened to across the country and the world.
Diane, thank you very much. We'll talk to you again soon. It's Diane Mendenhall, team president, Omaha Supernovas. We'll throw it to break and come back and recap and reset what we're doing. Raff, brother, appreciate you letting us take over for a bit and get this thing done. Nick, greatly appreciate all that you do and how you do it. I'll hang out in the next segment for a bit just to kind of recap and go over what we have just learned here on the Drive.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expected mainly sunny skies to start, then a chance of snow this afternoon. We'll see a high around 34. Tonight, a slight chance of snow early, then mainly clear skies. We'll see a low of around 11. And tomorrow, probably sunny skies to start, then snow likely in the afternoon. Will be windy too. We'll see a high of around 17. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can get diesel anywhere, but what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
John Henry's would like to remind you, if you haven't already, to unhook your outdoor hoses and check faucets for leaks so your pipes don't freeze. As the official plumber of the Huskers, you know who to call when a plumbing issue arises. From frozen pipes to clogged drains, we can help you protect your home this winter. Give John Henry's a call today to schedule at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
WWE Friday Night SmackDown returns to Lincoln, January 12th, 6:45 p.m. Pinnacle Bank Arena.
Let's throw down right now.
See Rey Mysterio, LA Knight, Bobby Lashley, The Street Profits, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, Carlito, and more. It's WWE's Friday Night SmackDown in Lincoln, January 12th. Tickets start at $25 and on sale now. Ticketmaster.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
I see the future in our public school classrooms every day. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I also see how critically important parent and community support is to our students' success. Support your public schools. Get involved. Form a business school partnership or become a school volunteer. Great schools and great communities work hand in hand.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station. Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. We had the big announcement of the Omaha Supernovas, 93.7 The Ticket, the flagship station. It's so exciting, like just looking through the roster. Like I was glancing through it, and I'm sure they're going to have to make some sort of final cut. Every single person on the roster, it's like all Big 10, all Big 12, all American, et cetera. It's insane.
Olympics, Team USA, regional. This is the best of the best of the best. Stricky baby, it's tricky the whole way. It's amazing to be a part of it, and then to kind of dance around and go, this little station, as Rico called it, the old fart box.
That's what we called the old studio.
Yeah, the old fart box. As it evolves, and a big part of it, a big part of it is the growth, the addition of Nick Sainert and watching his growth within high school sports and coming through. Rico pulling himself, and I'm just letting you know, I'm so proud of him because Rico had to fight a natural thing, which is I'm just not sure that I'm built for this.
I liked doing production.
Yeah.
I liked being in the background and coming in and saying two sentences and dipping out.
Right. But the responsibility, the accountability now is at a different level. And the Supernovas thing doesn't happen if Rico isn't being Rico. Just being a presence in the space. We put him in the volleyball space for that reason, just to put himself out there. Like, we need you to grow up in this space. Raff coming in, being the encyclopedia and the world's most intriguing man. We needed to have that with AD bringing his persona and enhancing Bill Bush coming in and changing the game. And a big part of all of this, is making a phone call to Orlando and saying, hey, man, I don't know if you forgot, but you're Eric freaking Strickland. Nebraska, we need you in Nebraska. In order for sports to be done the way it needs to be done, we all need to get professional level. We all need to change the game and have different conversations. Strick, you're such a big part of it, man. I'm thrilled. Man. I'm proud. Listen, we went through, and we'll get to it. I wanted this group together. I posted it last night because I meant it. 4 years ago, I said, we're going to do post-game shows for as many programs and games as possible, right? We're going to expand the football post-game. We're going to do basketball. And people said, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Like, the program doesn't do it. Like, no. One, people aren't going to listen. People aren't going to show up. Strick, Nick, those were some of the roughest late nights. Right, to get out in there were nights where they got pummeled by 25 and it was snowing like 6 inches and we had to go all the way down to 48th
down the hill
in the dark, down the hill, just to take a verbal and texting beat down.
Oh, yeah.
Just open the show. Well, they lost again.
I was talking to Bach last night on the show, and listen, they showed up.
Oh, they did.
They came out, and we were talking, and I said, Bach, there were many nights when I almost pulled hair out that I didn't have, and I almost threw things at the TV, and you didn't see that or hear that in my voice, but boy, oh boy, if you would have seen the shenanigans before we got on the show.
This fan base went through so much. Like, and Bach's a lifer in this thing, right? When it comes to Nebraska basketball. And for him to say, listen, there were nights where he was like, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Like, DP, you make it like, I'm like, the payoff will be that we were here. Listen, I don't know of anybody else doing post-game coverage, especially for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And I don't know of anybody doing it. And I said, we're going to take the nonsense just so that tonight, like just
for the night,
just so last night, to have a place where it's already in place, where we could sit down and celebrate the Huskers basketball program. And the expansion's not done because I want to do this for women's basketball. We're going to do it for softball. We're going to do it for baseball. The ticket being on all day. So sports fans, Husker fans have a place that when you feel good, you have a place to meet. When you don't feel so good, you have some people that you can hang out with that understand your pain, understand what you're going through. And I had the opportunity to talk to Matt Rule last night before the basketball game at PBA. And to know that people are paying attention, that people are listening, that people are watching. We had Ohio Husker and his son. They were there last night at PBA.
D-Walk came back.
D-Walk was back in the building.
Yeah.
Listen, through all of the stuff, I'm so proud of everybody in this room, everybody who sits in front of this microphone, everybody who comes to work. I'm so proud of 93.7 The Ticket right now. I'm always proud of it. But today, I'm George Jefferson walking a little bit more because
moving on up.
You guys have gone through some stuff.
Yeah, man.
So
I mean, DP, can I just share this part? Because I don't know, I didn't share this with you yesterday. There was something in me that said, I've got to get down to Lincoln. No, so my car's not built for, just because, I mean, I've lived in cold climates, Montana and stuff. I know how to do that. You know what I mean? I've been in Nebraska. I know how to drive it, but my car's not built for it.
We got to work on that.
And it's
text
a
line,
rear wheel.
That's what you said.
Car
you said
dealers,
that yesterday.
Car dealers.
Rear wheel drive. The Stricky mobile.
We need to work on that. We need to work on the 4-wheel drive for Stricky.
Yeah, man.
We're going to start that program.
Listen, and one of the guys called in, because you guys didn't see it, but me and Austin were on the show and we were talking, and I was sharing this story, and he texted in. Because I forgot his name. I didn't get his name. And I wanted to thank him because I was literally stuck. And they helped to kind of get me navigated with the rock and rolling, and because I was on ice. And I said, I've got to get to Lincoln. And I could have did it at home. I could have taken the easy route. I could have said, man, I ain't going to make it. But I said, there's something I just felt like I needed to get to Lincoln this in the post game.
You wanted to watch the Husker game with me.
I did.
You wanted to sit next to Nick.
Hey, but listen, there's things that we experience sitting next to each other, Nick.
Watching the basketball game with Stricky.
I watched
Rico.
I watched the state championship, Bellevue West and Miller North when they lost with Stricky, and that was.
Here's the deal: you're supposed to be somewhat quiet up in that media section.
Hey, he has the strongest grip on your arm.
Oh no, my knee's bruised. From all the shots that I took in my kneecap. But no, there was a moment last night. Oh, come on! Strick, I'm looking around at all the other people.
We went through this just then. I was talking to Jay. Yeah. Oh no, it's not the grab. The grab is one thing. He's got the eagle. It's the shake. It's the shake that goes with it.
I was like, that's the stuff they need to do.
Exactly.
I'm like, Strick, I am a small man. Please stop.
So listen.
Oh man.
The flagship station news. Knocking off number one. The women have a chance now to extend and step up. There's so much good stuff going on. And we invite ticket fans, family to be a part of it. Listen, we have the ability to put a lot of businesses into the professional broadcast.
There it is.
The ticket has the content. So
TV.
all of our partners, the folks who come to the table and say, listen, I want my company to be a part of this Supernova's radio network, you now have the ability to do that because we can say yes. We can hear the ticket. Me, Jake, Nick, we can say yes. Rico, we can say yes. That if you want to be a part of it, there is a plan that fits everybody's budget. 25 games, because we're going to go playoff plus one. So we're going to imagine the 24 games plus that, plus a coach's show, plus player profiles and appearances here at the Mill at 11th and 0. We're the flagship. We're going to take you behind the scenes. We're going to take you on the road. There's lots to do. I know we need to get a break, and I'm going to get out here and let y'all kind of celebrate and enjoy. But it has been such a morning, and I'm looking forward to it because I know it's going to be an even better day.
There it is. All right, Raff, send us away.
All right, we'll throw it to break. Just the drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Bagels and Joe is celebrating 31 years of business this year. With 4 Lincoln locations and 1 in Seward, there's more options for your favorite breakfast spot in town. And don't forget the Joe card for unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. Bagels and Joe, celebrating 31 years of serving Lincoln and the surrounding areas. Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
John Henry's would like to remind you, if you haven't already, to unhook your outdoor hoses and check faucets for leaks so your pipes don't freeze. As the official plumber of the Huskers, you know who to call when a plumbing issue arises. From frozen pipes to clogged drains, we can help you protect your home this winter. Give John Henry's a call today to schedule at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring, If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies to start, then a chance of snow this afternoon. We'll see a high around 34. Tonight, a slight chance of snow early, then mainly clear skies. We'll see a low of around 11. And tomorrow, probably sunny skies to start, then snow likely in the afternoon. Will be windy too. We'll see a high of around 17. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. The weather, I think, has calmed down. I think we should get some melting snow. And then it's supposed to get super cold this weekend.
Well, it's supposed to get, I think we're supposed to get, you guys are supposed to get snow tomorrow afternoon.
You guys. Not even left yet. Nick's already going with the you guys.
That's not what I'm trying to get at.
No, that's what you got at.
I was just being honest.
Because Nick will be in sunny Cancun.
Yep. Last day here for me up until, let's see, I don't even know the day. It's the Monday. It's like the 22nd, maybe?
Man.
Yeah.
That's a good time. A good time.
Yeah. Yep. The 22nd will be my next day back.
You're going to be so bronzed when you get back.
I will be. I'll probably be pretty roasted, honestly.
Nah, base 10.
I've heard that sun in Mexico is different.
Yeah,
so.
a little bit.
So
don't drink the water.
The haters, the people that don't like listening to me, they'll have a week and a half without me. So congratulations.
Who doesn't love listening to you, though?
I think there's quite a few of them out there.
Oh, I bet there's probably like two. Maybe.
I'm excited. I'm excited to talk in the 9 o'clock hour here after we do history about Nebraska basketball, because that's the perfect way to kind of go into a vacation. Is like
happy.
Nebraska just knocked off #1 team in the country.
Happy. Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm
exciting.
with you there.
All right, Raff, what do we got for history today, my man?
Oh, we're not even, I forgot. We don't do the song no more.
The song is dead.
Okay, hang on. I was pulling up the old text machine again. You know how I am.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 1982.
1982. What is it?
Tom Brady and his father attended a football game.
Oh, okay.
Do you know which game it was?
I do not.
It was at Candlestick Park.
Okay.
It was the San Francisco 49ers versus Tom Landry's Dallas Cowboys. We were nearing the end of the game. I think there was like 50-some seconds left. Joe Montana walks over the sidelines. Bill Walsh says, "Got to play for you." Dwight Clark back at the end zone. And then Jack Buck, I believe, was on the call. Jack was his dad. Yeah, Jack Buck. It all hangs in the balance now. Joe Montana rolls to his right. Ed Too-Tall Jones jumps up to deflect the ball. Okay. Joe Montana releases the ball. Everson Walls goes to deflect it. But out of nowhere, Dwight Clark rises up and makes a spectacular catch in the back of the end zone. And the San Francisco 49ers go on to play in their first Super Bowl, where they would go on to defeat the Cincinnati Bengals.
So who did they defeat in that first game?
Cowboys.
There it is.
But here's the deal.
Pete's listening, so we had to make sure.
Oh yeah, Cowboys. So here's the kicker on this game.
Okay.
Edward J. DeBartolo, he was the owner of the 49ers.
Yeah.
He sold it to the York family.
Yeah.
Edward J. DeBartolo has the goalposts from Candlestick
Are
Park
you serious?
from that game in like his backyard in Youngstown, Ohio.
No way.
Yep.
Why is Youngstown, Ohio, a place that coaches retire?
Well, they were owners. They were
Okay.
big Youngstown magnets. So even when they owned the 49ers, they still lived in Youngstown.
Gotcha.
So even the York family's from Youngstown too. So
What the heck?
yeah, Youngstown's where it's at.
Youngstown's got money.
Bo Pelini,
Bo Pelini.
Jim Tressel.
Yeah, there you go. They got money in Youngstown.
So yeah, that was that just the memories of that game. I think that's one of the very first championship games for me that I remember that one quite well. 81 a little bit, but 82 was kind of where it was all coming into focus for me. So
What else you got?
and we got, let's see here. Ooh, this day in 1990, the NCAA approves random drug testing for college football players.
Oh, geez.
I mean, that's crazy. 1990.
The random drug tests.
Random drug tests.
Jeez.
Before that, it was like the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy that went that long, but that's where we sit there. And then on this day in 1996, Jimmy Johnson is announced as the new coach for the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
A young Jake Sorensen. Looks back on it. He said, this is the time when Jimmy Johnson is bringing us a Super Bowl. And the next thing you know, he didn't bring them a Super Bowl. And they're still waiting. And they'll probably still be waiting another year.
Yeah. There's not. Yeah. I don't know if they got the health this year to do it.
Yeah. So
a couple reaction, a little bit of reaction from the text line.
So I got some mad Cowboys fans. I know that.
Yeah.
Husker Army's upset with me.
Pete Ferguson.
Pete's upset with me.
Ferguson says, damn you, Raff. He says, keep Jimmy's name out your mouth, Raff. And he said, I was listening. Nick, may you drink non-resort water in the coming days.
Wow.
How about that? For allowing him to do the play-by-play of the game. So there you go. I'm just gonna let it. Hey, Raff's name's on the show.
I felt like I was back there when I call in the game. You know.
Yeah, there you
Joe
go.
Montana rolls to his right, and then Everson Walls. I mean, Everson Walls was a darn good cornerback for the Cowboys. Ended up getting a Super Bowl with the Giants, though.
Chase B says he believes Rocky Russo is also from Youngstown.
Yep, correct.
How about that?
You are correct.
AA Ron says the sun in the Mexican Riviera is perfect this time of year. And then in a sarcastic fashion, Eric says, no, Nick, you're going away. So sad.
Oh, see, people are going to miss you.
No, they're not.
I'm going to miss you.
I'll miss you too, Raff. AD might not even be on the show.
You'll have Wi-Fi, so you'll be able to send some.
I will be sending
some pictures and
I told you guys during the commercial break that at this time tomorrow morning I will be boarding the flight from Houston to Cancun.
That's you. That's Bush, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you're at Hobby, you could stop and have breakfast with my sister and brother-in-law.
I would. We'd talk smack on you.
Yeah.
So
and that happens a lot. It happens a lot.
Oh, thanks, David. David says I'll miss my little buddy.
Oh,
there you go. Shout out to David from Renew.
That's sweet.
He told us he was going to turn. He texted us privately and said he was going to turn us off. That's crazy.
He's back now. You can turn us off for a few minutes, but you always have to bring us back. I mean,
yeah, always.
You never know what you're going to miss here.
Yeah. Chase B says, I will miss Nick because I didn't want to pay for Peacock last night and I relied on his tweets for updates.
Nice.
There wasn't a whole lot of updates. There was a lot of stuff pregame.
Yeah.
I had a great sit down with Derek Walker. I enjoyed catching up with D-Walk prior to the game. That was good. Yeah. And then I guess I almost made Trev Albert's video on Twitter.
Oh,
I don't know.
That would have been a big one.
It was close. I
nice.
haven't made it yet, I guess.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I'm still waiting for Trev Alberts and Coach Rule to retweet me back. It's a battle that
he doesn't even need a follow. Just retweet.
It's an uphill grind. I even put Hoiberg Mania. I was thinking I'd get a Sam Hoiberg retweet.
There you go.
Maybe a Casey retweet. I need some followers.
Oh, we got another one from Youngstown. All the Stoops are from Youngstown.
Oh yeah.
How about
Bob,
that?
Big Game Bob.
That's crazy.
See, because the Stoops and the Plinis grew up.
Yeah.
On like the same neighborhood. So they used to. Can you imagine those games back? Hey, let's go down to the park and play football. And you have the Stoops versus the Plinis.
That's awesome.
I bet there were some tempers in those games.
That's great.
Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway. All right. Well, Raff.
I got one birthday.
Oh, go ahead.
Turning 75 today.
Okay.
Big George Foreman.
Oh, nice.
75 years old.
The grill guy.
The Foreman grill.
The grill guy.
Not Jay's dad.
Not Jay's dad, like you thought.
Jay's dad is Chuck.
Not
George is the boxer. Maybe George is like Jay's uncle or something.
Do you own a George Foreman?
I never did. I think I had the
Wow.
I think I had the knockoff.
I'm not sure if this is a breach of like I'm not sure if this is a breach of like dorm rules. I had a George Foreman grill in my dorm.
Ooh, I hope. No, that you can have a George Foreman grill.
Yeah,
in your dorm.
I had a George Foreman grill last night.
And I'm sure statute of limitations for any college.
What are they going to
things,
do?
I
Make
think
me pay more money? Come on.
You have an extra 20% added to your.
Yeah. I'm gonna get on my student bill when I pay my student loan. It's gonna be. Wait, I owe another $10,000.
You know what is the funny thing?
Grill in dorm.
So this is like a long time ago. I mean, this is 30 years ago. Back when I was in college, I thought if you're over 21, you could have beer in a dorm.
Oh no!
Not true.
Hey,
not true.
Hey, I one of these days I will tell the story of when somebody on my dorm floor got caught with alcohol in their fridge.
Yeah, not statute of limitations yet.
Well, no. It wasn't me. It wasn't any of my buddies.
Okay.
It was just somebody on my floor, and I mean, they sent the whole cavalry up there.
Yeah.
To deal with the student.
I always remember that. I was sitting in somebody's dorm or whatever, and they're like, you can't have that here. And I'm like, I'm 21. And they're like, and I'm like,
yeah.
So
Try campus, Raff. Gosh, dude.
So yeah.
Know the rules.
I need to be better. You'd have thought as long as I was at the university for, I would have known that handbook by heart, but apparently not.
Yeah.
I came out unscathed.
I guess you needed to be there 10 years.
I was a good person. I threw that can away.
And they never.
Yeah, you know what? You know what's upsetting is I take a lot of grief for my college years, but now look at it now. Every college quarterback and every football player is playing 7 years,
just like that. There you
I
go.
set the tone. So
how about this? Greg from Lincoln says Coors Light party ball fits perfect in a laundry room basket. That's great. That's great, Greg.
All right, everyone. We'll go to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals. Located in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Introducing The Outlet by Sartor Heyman. The Outlet brings you luxurious Sartor Heyman quality jewelry at unbeatable prices. Shop our expansive inventory of overstocked merchandise and a vast estate collection that just hasn't found its home yet. This is your chance to own stunning designer jewelry at a fraction of the cost. Elevate your style at The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Downtown at 12th and O or online at sartorheyman.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Problem gambling affects millions of Americans daily, of all ages and walks of life. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Discover a healthier, happier you with Weight Loss Professional Nutrition. We are not about quick fixes, but real, sustainable change. With our advanced nutrition plans, expertly designed by our certified nutritionists, we're with you at every step on your weight loss journey. Step into the world of well-being with Weight Loss Professional Nutrition, where we believe in the power of smart diet choices. Visit weightlossprofessionalnutrition.com today or call 800-597-3991 to get 30% off your first month and start your transformation. A new you is just a click away or a call to 800-597-3991.
Husker fans, your fourth-ranked Nebraska wrestling team needs you to pack the Bob Devaney Sports Center on Friday, January 12th for their Big Ten home opener and a top 5 matchup against number 2 Iowa. The duel will begin at 6:30, and the first 300 fans will receive a Nebraska wrestling shirt. For more information or to secure your tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets or call 402-472-3111.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador online at prg-ne.com.
We wait all pro football season for the big game, but will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. Celebrating Nebraska basketball last night against number 1 Purdue.
Darn right.
88-72.
I mean, here's the thing. There's so much to unpack from this, right? Like, you look up and down the statistics, and
solid.
Nebraska wins the bench points game. Nebraska is pretty even. I don't know the official numbers rebound wise, but it felt like they were pretty even rebound wise. I know
they got us by 4, 34-30.
Well, I know at one point Nebraska, I think it was at halftime, it was tied in the rebound category 17 apiece at the end of the first half.
Yep.
Excuse me. I know I like Nebraska once again. As I'm sitting there talking to Strick and watching the game with Strick, Nebraska hit some big shots.
Yes.
Like they might not have been good shots, but they hit them.
Yeah.
And it's fine, right? And Fred said it in the post game, like with K-State specifically, you just live with some of them. Bryce Williams had himself a day. Rink Mass came out and kind of asserted himself right from the get-go. And Nebraska just kind of did the darn thing. Like when it was all said and done, I came away from that one saying, all right, well, they've been able to keep other teams, maybe less talented teams, within arm's reach, right?
Yeah.
Or kept them at arm's lengths away.
Correct.
They did the same thing last night to number 1 Purdue. Like there was a moment there, yes, in the second half where it was a 1-point difference.
Yep.
But then immediately Nebraska goes on a run. And ever since that point, with like 10 minutes left in the game, it was never really a question. It never got into like real dicey time or the lead never switched hands.
Nope. And it's just another one of those games, I know a lot of Nebraska fans over the last 20 years has been, the here we go again effect.
Yeah.
And the only way to get rid of that is when you go to the here we go again and you can overcome that. And that was last night with Nebraska. Like when they cut it down to 1, because Nebraska went into the half with the 11-point lead. And next thing you know, you look at the clock 4 minutes later and they've cut it to 1 and you're like, oh no. Mm-hmm. And then Nebraska finds that resiliency, the big shots. I mean, Casey, like Fred said, I mean, some of those shots he takes, I mean, they are unreal. But I always think to myself, how many times has he practiced those shots? Because being, not super tall, he's probably his whole entire life, he's always been shooting over people.
Yeah.
Because he buried the 1-3 from the right, help me here.
Like
the corner. The
wing.
The right. He buried that one from the right wing over the top. I was just
right in front of Nebraska's bench.
I was like, my goodness, what a shot.
And just Nebraska figured out ways. There was a moment, I think, pretty good chunk of the first half where I looked up and Zach Edey had 4 rebounds. Like there was a difference when seeing Rink Mass play against Zach Edey than there has been against anybody playing against Zach Edey. Rink Mass, and he said it in the post game. He was just like, I wanted to be annoying.
Yep.
That's what Rink Mass wanted to do. And he did that from the get-go. You could see it. If you were in the spot, you could see how visibly frustrated Zach Edey was getting.
Yep. And
he was getting frustrated with fouls that were getting called on him, on fouls that weren't getting called for him. He was frustrated. he didn't score his first points until like 13 minutes. Nebraska did really, really good. And this is now the second year in a row that Nebraska has contained Zach Edey pretty well. In the overtime game last year at PBA, you might remember Nebraska contained him pretty well last year with Derek Walker, who was also in the building. But they contained him well last year. They had a good game plan. Now this year they did the same thing.
And then also too with that, Fred wouldn't give no credit really to him and his staff last night. He said he wanted to give it all to the players, but the game plan that they had for him last night, being pesky like that, every time it looked like Zach Edey was getting the ball down low, they were pulling a guard or somebody down to help with the double team. They were kind of sacrificing a little bit, with the 3-point shooting. And really, the 3-point shots. Oh, what was the guy that kept on burying them?
Gillis.
Yeah, Gillis was really.
Gillis started 4 for 4 for Purdue.
Yeah, he started out. He was hurting Nebraska a little bit, I like that they were like, we are going to take away, or we're going to try our best to take away Zach Edey out of this ball game. And it just looked like, and being the head of the captain, the head of that team.
Yeah.
When you see your head guy getting frustrated. It can't, be well for the rest of your team from a mental standpoint.
You're absolutely right. And Nebraska, a couple of things. First off, to that point, Gillis kept them in the game at the start. That's the reason that it was still just only 11-point differential at half, was because of Gillis and his success from the 3-point arc. But I think also Nebraska just had an edge on defense. That was the edge. That was the quickness. That was the aggressiveness on defense that I think Nebraska needs to play with going from here on out, because maybe they won't shoot so well for offensively. Nebraska won't. But if you can pick that up on the defensive side of the floor, you're going to find yourself in a lot of close ball games. Now, the other thing that I was going to say is that Nebraska did a really, really good job of, I should say, handling punches. And what I mean by that is Purdue started out 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. They then went 12, or they were 10 of 18. So they went 10 of 14 after they started 0 for 4. 10 of 14 from beyond the 3-point line. And Nebraska still had an 11-point lead at the break. Now, Purdue started missing some shots in the second half. They started forcing some things, right? But in the time frame where Purdue wasn't panicking and Nebraska still needed to keep them at arm's reach, at arm's length, Purdue went 10 of 14 and Nebraska was still able to maintain a lead. That's 30 points on threes.
Yeah.
And only missing 4 shots after you start 0 for 4, because there was a point where they were 10 of 18. So Nebraska, it was just so impressive. It was so impressive. Yep. The crowd was great. I heard rumors about Peacock and how the crowd volume was down, and that there was a hot mic situation about how the crowd was bad.
When the game. Okay. So this is how the hot mic situation happened. Before they came on the air, they have the 5 minutes till Nebraska game, 5 minutes. Well, they came on early, and Jack Collinsworth and I forgot the other guy who was calling the game.
Robbie Hummel. Yeah. Former Purdue guy.
They didn't know that it was on the air yet. And it was just a picture of the arena. And they're like, oh, this is so disappointing. It's just, and they're good now too. So I was like, oh, that wasn't a way to start the broadcast.
No.
But
how was Jack Collinsworth calling the game?
Okay. He wasn't bad. He was all right. I had nothing against him, but there came a point at about the 10-minute mark of the second half last night. I was like, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And I switched over to Kent Pavelka.
Nice.
So here's the kicker. Peacock is about 15 to 20 seconds behind the radio call.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to Kent Pavelka go crazy, and then I watched the play. So I was so there were some people that probably thought that I was psychic because I was calling 3-point shots and stuff like that.
But, well, not if you were listening on the radio.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
If people would think you're psychic if you were in the building, because there'd be a 5-second delay on the radio.
You're right.
But you didn't come to the game.
I know. I wasn't invited.
You weren't there. How about this? And this just continues to feed into the Kool-Aid. So if you're driving, I would recommend you probably pull over here before I tell you this statistic here. This comes from John Templon. Templon, he is most notable for NIT brackets now notice that what I said, NIT brackets.
Not even on it.
He literally, I mean, he can predict top to bottom NIT. This is a tweet he sent out this morning. Feels like my NIT bracket is out of date after last night.
Busted.
What a win for Nebraska. In my opinion, given the analytics and statistics that I use, the Cornhuskers have a greater than 70% chance
to
make the NCAA tournament.
Yep. Well, you look at it, like I said this after the game last night. If Nebraska holds court at home, they have more than enough to get to the NCAA tournament. Just if they go,
absolutely,
if they hold court at home, I think Nebraska is going to pick some people off on the road.
Yeah.
Like you got Iowa coming up this Saturday,
Friday.
This Friday, you have
Friday at 8 p.m. and then the following Wednesday 6 p.m. against Rutgers.
So you've got Iowa, and they're kind of not having a great. They're 9-6. They just had a win, but they're not your typical Iowa team. This is a team where Nebraska can go in if they can get on get that victory there, and all of a sudden you start looking at things. 23, 24 wins is not out of the realm of possibility for Nebraska.
I think you also look at it this way. Before we get to break here, a couple more things. When you talk about Nebraska, like the big scope, like zoom out and let's look at it from a holistic view, right? Nebraska, they've responded so well after losses.
Yep.
After a disappointing loss to Minnesota, you respond well with a really well-played game against Michigan State. After a disappointing loss to Wisconsin, where you just didn't feel like you showed up, you responded really well against the number one team in the country.
Correct.
Now, how does Nebraska respond after this?
Yep.
That's going to be the key.
Keep on building.
Because
Don't let up.
The more wins you get, obviously the more notoriety you have nationally and within the conference, the more teams are going to want to beat you. The more that visiting fans, when you go on the road, are going to heckle you. Like, how do you handle that when you go on the road to Iowa on Friday?
Correct.
Because guess what? Now that's in the rear view. As much as like we're on the radio, we can celebrate. We're partying
all day today.
We're gonna live it up today. But
Nick's gonna celebrate all week.
Yeah, for a week and a half. But no, you look at like Friday now. Nebraska has to fully look and put their undivided attention to Iowa, because despite being 9-6 and probably on paper Nebraska's a better team, you're going on the road. And those fans will know that you just beat the number one team.
And it works two ways too. They can go on the road and have a huge letdown and think that they're too big and they're too good and have a letdown. Or this game says to Nebraska, we can play and we can beat the number one team in the nation. There's no one out there that we cannot play against.
Well, let's be honest. You're proven to the world that it wasn't a fluke.
Exactly.
You're proving to the world that last night was not just a flop, or last night was not you getting lucky and Purdue got cold. That because I don't think the way Nebraska won last night, and I'm not even talking about like the score being a 16-point differential. I'm talking about really zooming in, looking at how Nebraska won and how Nebraska was able to kind of stay in front of Purdue for all 40 minutes. With how they won, I don't think you can chalk that up to being like, oh, that's a one-time thing. They got lucky. That was more about Nebraska last night, I think, than it was Purdue, which is really good. Last but not least, Raff, and I said this on the happy hour yesterday, that bench points were going to be huge last night. It's time that we forget about the season that CJ Wilcher had last year. That was tumultuous. That was up and down. And we realize how valuable he is off the bench for Nebraska.
Very much so. Very much so.
It's so valuable, because what CJ Wilcher did last night is when Nebraska needed to rest some of their starters, whether that was Casey, who dropped 19, whether that was even Mast or Jawan Gary or Bryce Williams, CJ Wilcher came in and once again kept the lead in hand. And Nebraska, and so did Sam Hoiberg, yes.
Yeah.
Like, going back to that is something I said yesterday, was like, you cannot have your guys off the bench come in and understanding, we're going to sacrifice the lead. You can't. You have to be able to find a way to maintain success offensively and defensively when your bench comes in. And the depth last night showed themselves, and without using Eli Rice, without using Matar, it was really, really impressive.
Yeah.
Nebraska beat them last night with 8 guys.
Yeah.
With 8 guys, 3 off the bench, which was Hoiberg, Wilcher, and Josiah Alec. Nebraska did an incredible job last night. It's hard to wrap your mind around how strong Nebraska was last night.
Yeah, and it was just it was just what the state needed too. I mean,
yeah,
they're just the exultation on that court last night, watching it on television. I mean, it was crazy there.
That was the best environment that I have been in since No Sit Sunday. Nice. Across all sports.
Yep.
Across all sports. Best environment.
Even volleyball?
Ooh, volleyball. Okay. 92,000. Volleyball Day in Nebraska probably stays up there. But, I mean, from the get-go, it was loud. It was rambunctious.
And what's crazy, the students weren't even there yet.
Yeah. Which, and I got to give credit, because that section where the students normally sit, they sell those tickets during winter break, right?
Yep.
And so, not the students, the university, they just part of your student package.
Yep.
They're not valid for the games while there's no classes in session. So, like, those are just normal ticket sales. And so, when you look at when I was in the arena last night, they were standing up.
Yeah.
They stood for the chunk, a majority of the game, because they were in the student section, and that was what the student section would have done.
Nice.
It helps.
So we're Coach Rule and Trev Alberts in the student section then?
They were not. Hey, okay. Gosh, I want to talk about that as well.
Or should we go to break and then come back, or where are we sitting?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can talk about that. AD's on the phone.
Oh, he's going to want to talk basketball. Oh, so
yeah.
Okay, well, where are we at on time? Should we go to break?
We're a couple minutes late. Hold on. Hey, AD, are you there?
Yes, sir.
There he is.
Hey, how do you feel about waiting like 4 minutes while we go to commercial break?
Sounds good.
Great. There he is.
All right, perfect. We'll throw it to break, then we'll come right back and talk more Nebraska basketball.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino Lincoln. Enjoy slots, sports wagering, and horse racing. Then make your picks about the big game to be eligible to win. Qualifying entries will also be put in the running for your share of the $20,000 grand prize drawing. Increase your luck for the drawing by playing free online games on the Festival of Games website. Skip the trip to Vegas and get in on the big game right here at Lincoln's favorite place to play. And if that's not enough, our $1 Million Bracket Challenge for college basketball is coming soon. Full details are online at warhorsecasino.com. Warhorse Casino Lincoln, just minutes from downtown at Highway 77 and West Denton Road. Why not today? Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with a roof credit. Stock number G207684.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is sponsored by Boyle's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Boyle's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. Whether it's a family dinner, a date night, or a catch-up with old friends, Boyle's is the perfect place to make special memories. All you have to do is visit BoylesNE.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. And now we have AD on the phone from Dallas.
It's AD. AD's here. Oh my gosh. Hello.
AD.
What, you guys, you know what? Has it really sunk in yet that we knocked off number one last night?
I think it would. I think it will on Monday when new bracketology is released. I think that's when it will sink in, is when new bracketology is released and Nebraska's firmly in the projected tournament.
Mm-hmm. So. You know, what's the buzz around Nebraska?
I think everybody's on a buzz. I think that's the case. It's crazy. I mean, the environment last night was incredible. It was incredible last night, and it was so much fun to be in the stadium in the arena. I wanted to say this, guys. How refreshing is it to see and I tweeted this out, your head coach of a major program at Nebraska, publicly supporting another program.
I think I saw him rush the court.
He rushed the court with Trev, and like Matt Rule and Trev rushed the court.
We'll take the fine.
And so, like, yeah, they embraced it, right? But like, you don't see that. You didn't see that at Nebraska. And Matt Rule is like just sitting right there, and it's like that's the way it needs to be at Nebraska. I remember when Trev Alberts got the job, guys, and AD, obviously you know Trev much better than we do, but like I remember going to women's basketball games and Trev Alberts would be sitting there by the court, and he would be sitting there when it was Nebraska women's basketball versus Citadel, like, and against those teams. He did not care. He did not care who it was. He realized that Nebraska needed a leader and needed leadership that was present and that would show up. And now you have that not only in an athletic director years into his tenure, but you have that in your head football coach, and you have that across multiple coaches. And so that's something that continues to be refreshing every single game when you show up, or when you see those leaders sitting courtside, just there. It's refreshing.
So it's refreshing, and even just the commentators, because I forgot where it came on. I was sitting in the hotel. I texted Raff. I was like, Raff, what is this on again? He goes, Peacock. I'm like, oh yeah. So I have that Peacock. I mean, I have it on there because I watch usually when Nebraska plays. But anyway, I pulled it from Peacock and just the announcers, they could tell just the cohesion that's at Nebraska that's beginning to take form there. A culture is beginning to form with all the coaches there. But, like I said, there were so many things that stuck out about last week. It takes probably going to take me a day to kind of decompress and really just kind of really take in like what really took place. Nick, that hasn't happened in your lifetime. Mm-hmm. Me and Raff were 8 the last time Nebraska defeated a top 10, the number 1 team. 1982, I believe. Am I correct, y'all?
Yep.
Yeah,
82,
you're right.
83, I believe. Jack Moore.
Yeah.
The Antlers, Missouri.
1982. That was the last time Nebraska defeated a number 1 team. I mean, of course, Raff, we had the KUs that we got when they had Manning and stuff, but it wasn't number 1.
Correct.
And it's just to do that under. You think about what this means for Coach Hoiberg too. Let's put everything aside.
Mm-hmm.
He restructured his contract. What was that, last year?
Yeah, around that time.
Yeah,
yes.
right before last year.
Yeah, so right before the year, he's restructured his contract. And quite honestly, for all means and purposes, guys, at the end of 2 years, it wasn't looking too promising.
No.
We were wondering if Coach was going to make it, not because of anything about character or anything like that. I mean, he's outstanding, but we all know this is a result of this. And the win that he got yesterday, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of them against Indiana, but on steroids.
Yeah.
They played very similar to that, man.
We're joined by Aaron Davis, AD, on the Allo VIP line. VIP line brought to you by Allo Fiber, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. AD, I mean, staying on that point with Coach Hoiberg, with Fred Hoiberg, you think about the roster construction of his teams and the way it's changed over his tenure at Nebraska, because it was very shooter heavy. Guys that at their previous stops were really, really good at shooting the 3 ball, specifically the Matej Kavasses. That's what he embraced because that's what he was comfortable with. And I'll never forget the feeling of last year where Nebraska goes 16-16. They miss out on any postseason action. Frankly, they should have beaten Minnesota in the first round of the Big Ten tournament, but they were unable to. They were able, or I should say, they kind of had this identity flip or this philosophy switch to where they truly embrace defense. And now we're starting to see where you still have that philosophy where you need this edge on defense. And there's been a couple of games this year, and we've seen it, where Nebraska's been lacking in that category. The Craytons, the second half of Minnesota, frankly, in their losses.
Yep.
But you also then have surrounded yourself and loaded your roster with guys that embrace that, but also have a sense of offensive success.
Correct.
And so when you can now combine these two teams, you see, all right, that's what's going to allow you to beat a 13-3 team. Because guess what? Nebraska, they did a pretty good job defensively against Purdue yesterday, but if they don't shoot anywhere close to what they did, they're still not winning that game.
Yep.
To do some unthinkable things like knocking off the number 1 team, you have to have both. And Nebraska's been able to consistently have both in a lot of their contests this year. And it really speaks to kind of the job that Coach Hoiberg and his staff, this new staff with Nate Lenzer and Adam Howard and Ernie Ziegler, those guys being fully entrenched in the process.
Right.
That's what's allowing this 13-3 start after it's this consistent process over this last 2 years.
And then you look at like Juwan Gary too. I mean, the dive on the floor, I think this is the beginning of the game where he kind of sets that tone earlier, just going after every loose ball, being the tenacity that they show. I mean, Sam Hoiberg, I don't think you can talk about Sam Hoiberg enough. I mean, 2 years ago, we're like, well, maybe he'll get off the bench and maybe clean up time if they're up by 30 or down by 30. And now, I mean, he is a key spark plug to Nebraska basketball. I mean, he is a legitimate baller.
You know what, guys? You think about, and Raff, you bring up a great point with Hoiberg and that, and it reminds me of how, just what I was thinking about them last night. They're a very unselfish basketball team. They're a very unselfish basketball team. They don't mind deferring, passing up the shot, and it's encouraging. It's refreshing to see that too.
Oh my gosh!
Where you think about it after Saturday's game against Whiskey. I mean, you really didn't know what we were going to see last night. And just to see them bounce back like that was impressive.
22 assists.
It's crazy that you mentioned the unselfishness because there were a couple possessions last night, and Nebraska can sometimes get not selfish necessarily, but not maybe work for the best shot.
They might
possible.
hoist up the shot
exactly,
at some
right? The mid-range J's, the floaters like Casey at the free throw line. We saw him airball one yesterday. Now, what I will say, there was a moment in the span of like Casey hitting 2 threes back to back, where in previous seasons and maybe even this year, there are times where he would hoist up a contested three. He was double teamed. It was a moment where Purdue was making a run, and Keisei Tominaga, I think, to put the Huskers back up by double digits in the second half, had it on the right wing. He went around the screen from Mass like he normally does, where he usually pop it from the right wing. He shot faked and drew the defenders and had the extra pass into the corner for somebody who was in the corner to hit the three.
Correct.
And I looked at Strick and I said, that's a sense of maturity and from the team, because we're so accustomed to seeing Casey in that specific instance shoot that shot. No matter how many guys are on him, no matter where he's out on the floor, he's shooting that shot. And yes, he makes it sometimes.
Well, when he goes into that zone of fire,
but
you say shoot from anywhere.
Exactly. But he made the extra pass and Nebraska was able to convert on it. And like little things like that are going to be the difference maker in the one possession games that Nebraska is sure to have in the near future.
Correct.
I'm excited just to continue. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of time to, read a lot, check up on everything. I was getting prepped for this morning, but I'm just excited to kind of deep dive in the numbers and, et cetera, and just ride this, enjoy this as long as you can, because then you better have a short memory because it's game time again.
Darn right. Darn right. Well, AD, we got to get to break.
When are you back, AD?
In the morning, man.
Yeah.
Nick, you have safe travels.
I appreciate that. I will.
3 a.m.?
Yeah, 3:15 is when our ride is picking us up to take us.
Oh, yeah.
My brother Nick, have a blast.
Yeah,
safe travels to you, man.
Yeah, you two back from Dallas, AD. I know we'll be texting back and forth, but there he goes.
Sounds good, fellas.
Aaron Davis, they're on the Allo VIP line. VIP line, by the way, brought to you by Allo Fiber, where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. Raffy, we got one segment left.
One more segment. It's been a fast show.
It has
all
been.
the news this morning.
It's an exciting day. At the
Supernovas taking over the state, taking over the world. I mean, their roster, if you get a chance, their roster
loaded.
is insane.
Loaded.
I was like,
couple former Badgers.
Yeah, well,
but now they're Supernovas.
At least they know how to.
There you go. Yeah, now they're Supernovas.
I was gonna say now they know how to wear red, but I guess Supernovas are probably blue,
a little bit of a lighter red,
but
and white.
But it'll have that Nebraska feel.
They'll be all right.
And I wonder how many games Coach Cook will be at. You got to think he'll be at a bunch of them.
We'll see.
So.
That was cool. What Diane Mendenhall, the president, by the way, she'll be on the station on various shows throughout the day. Yeah. But she was mentioning about the support, and that's not surprising.
And the names like of the staff, like Laura Pilikowski, I mean, Husker volleyball legend.
Darn right.
Doc Widman, probably one of the greatest sports psychologists in the nation.
Yeah.
I mean, they spared no expenses on this team, so it's going to be exciting to see
invested
Supernovas volleyball over the next 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. So
there you go.
Be good times. All right, we'll throw it to break. Just the drive, 93.7 the ticket.
Discover a healthier, happier you with Weight Loss Professional Nutrition. We are not about quick fixes, but real, sustainable change. With our advanced nutrition plans, expertly designed by our certified nutritionists, we're with you at every step on your weight loss journey. Step into the world of well-being with Weight Loss Professional Nutrition, where we believe in the power of smart diet choices. Visit weightlossprofessionalnutrition.com today or call 800-597-3991 to get 30% off your first month and start your transformation. A new you is just a click away, or a call to 800-597-3991.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The place you call home should always be a place of comfort. Warm and cozy in winter, cool and relaxing in summer. If your home isn't delivering the comfort you expect, call Bryant. It's more than just hot and cold to them. It's about providing the best comfort solutions. And Bryant gives you a full 24-month test drive on your home comfort system. Get full details at BryantLincoln.com or call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Husker fans, your fourth-ranked Nebraska wrestling team needs you to pack the Bob Devaney Sports Center on Friday, January 12th for their Big Ten home opener and a top 5 matchup against number 2 Iowa. The duel will begin at 6:30, and the first 300 fans will receive a Nebraska wrestling shirt. For more information or to secure your tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets or call 402-472-3111.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G207684.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
A lot of work goes into making Nebraska, Nebraska. Keeping it green. Helping it thrive. Making it fun. Everything that goes into caring for our outdoors, from waters to wildlife, plays a big role in making Nebraska home. Learn how we help conserve our state's natural resources at outdoornebraska.org.
Paid for by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This show is proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development,
Software development, internships, web design, and more
are now available. All you have to do is visit Sandhills Global, sandhills.jobs.
There you go.
Why?
Because your paper is ripped into 10 pieces.
Well, actually, I'll be honest why I messed up. I got a little bit of breaking news for you.
Oh, yeah? What do we got?
The Chicago Bears.
That's right.
Will be keeping Matt Eberflus next year.
So Eberflus is back. Does that mean Justin Fields is back?
Well, here's the kicker. They fired the offense coordinator, Luke Getsy.
Okay.
So now they have to hire an offense coordinator and a defense coordinator.
Okay.
And you have to decide what you can do with Justin Fields, like you said. Mm-hmm. Or do they draft, someone with the first pick? Well, I'm looking at like this still. I don't think he's out of the woods yet. I think if something happens with Harbaugh, I think Chicago still goes in on him.
Really?
I don't think words in the NFL they're not.
Wow, it's just words.
They're just words.
Just words.
And I have to believe if Harbaugh
That's crazy.
comes available. Just being that you have no offense coordinator and no defense coordinator, then if you go out and get a new quarterback, he's pretty much going to be, what are you going to do? I mean, so it's interesting.
Wild.
So I think the Bears story, I think it'll continue. I think it'll be a saga for the rest of the.
That's crazy.
So we'll see.
There it is. All right, Raffy.
Raff's good take.
Raff's good take. Here we go. What is it?
Today's Raff's good take goes out to the Nebraska basketball team. Congratulations. It goes out to Keisei Tominaga, Sam Hoiberg, Fred Hoiberg, Coach Rule, Trev Alberts.
Everybody that was there.
Kent Pavelka, Jake Muehlheisen. I mean, just the atmosphere. When the atmosphere passes over through to the television, it's a pretty cool situation. Yeah. So I can only imagine how great it was there last night. So Nebraska men's basketball, your Raff's good take. Keep it going. Let's get a W against those pesky Iowa Hawkeyes on Friday.
Let's hope for the best.
Do it.
There it is.
Well, Nick.
Well, Raff, this isn't goodbye. Let's just see you later.
See you later.
That's all it is.
My little Cancunian. I'll
send you pictures.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'll send you guys pictures from Cancun.
All right. Well, you travel safe. Everybody else, we will talk to you tomorrow. Be nice to each other and have a great day.
There it is. Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we'd like to say thank you for a record-setting 2023. So let's start off 2024 with the bang. They've got huge trade-in bonuses and finance bonusing happening right now on our new inventory at Koppel. Get up to $8,500 off select new models at Koppel. So if you're shopping for a new GM product, go to our website at koppelcars.com. You won't believe the discounts. Make that short money-saving drive down 144th Street. You'll be glad you did. Must have trade and finance with roof credit. Stock number G20768.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
We wait all pro football season for the big game. But will you come out on top? Warhorse Festival of Games is putting you at the center of the action with 2 chances to win big. Earn entries for our $100,000 prop card challenge daily at Warhorse Casino.